Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're listening through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And don't forget to follow on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or X. It is Tuesday. We just finished a match against West Ham. I'm sure, just like myself, you are as disappointed as ever with this game. Listen, I did mention that this is kind of a trap game. I did mention that United could struggle going into this game. I always go for the win. I'm not going to, like I always do. But this team had to show up. This team had to gain points, not drop points. We're in a fight with Chelsea, who we were so lucky to have them draw. We have Liverpool, who is now 6 points back. We could have made it more. Yes, we could have potentially gone up into third, but that would have only been for a day because I'm sure Aston Villa would have won tomorrow. But in the end, it was a disappointing match overall. Listen, yes, we came away with 1 point. We needed Sesko to save the day. We did. We can talk about an inch being offside. Where could we have potentially won? We were still offside and the goal was still disallowed. That doesn't excuse the fact that West Ham was playing better than us. They were. In my opinion, they were the best team today. They were. They were able to move the ball. They cut through our mid. Our defense was too slow to handle. And many fans thought this was going to be a cakewalk. No game is a guaranteed win. And I get it. We're Manchester United. That's the phrase, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we're Manchester United, so teams should be able to just bow down to us. Come on. We played like shit. We couldn't get anything going. We had players probably whose legs were tired. But, listen, Carrick rotated, but he rotated a little bit late. Maguire now is injured, but it's great that we don't have a game until now, February 23rd, so he can rest, and hopefully we have him back. There were struggles about this game today. There were struggles. We couldn't get anything going in the first half. We couldn't defend. We were turning the ball over too quickly. I'm going to do my player ratings later, as always. I will be posting them on my social media, whether it's Instagram or TikTok. We had, I think, the three best players that came on were Sané Lamens and two subs, Sesko and Lenny Euro. That is it. That was it. Ahmad did not play well. And Mbeumo looked like he was struggling. Mbeumo at one point I thought was getting injured because at one point he was limping. And that was around the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. Cunha seemed to have struggled. Bruno couldn't get a pass together. There was too much conservativity around the group, just tic-tac and towing and whatever. There weren't too much forward progression. It's a good thing that everything that Carrick changed from Amorim to Fletcher or whatever, it's a good thing that it's reflecting now, especially in this game. Again, I've always said it. It's great that we've won 4 in a row, but that next win doesn't mean anything with what you've done in the past. Those 4 games don't get us this today. Those 4 games just got us a conversation. Today we drew, and today we didn't show up. It's the truth. Today we did not show up. And it's not about some guy's haircut. It's not about, pride in winning 5 in a row. It's the fact that we need things. We have a battle going on. We are chasing things that are up there. Today just seemed like it's like the team just plateaued. And to be fair, I think the team plateaued after Man City and just it started going down. We like as much as we beat Fulham, we beat Tottenham. Fulham, we always play well against them. They showed up, and we struggled. We played Tottenham. If it wasn't for a red card, that game is definitely a different story. And even with the red card, there were some troubles. But it started to go down. We beat City. We're climbing. We beat Arsenal. Climb. And then it just stayed there. And then Fulham, struggle. Tottenham, we needed help. And then now we're at the bottom where we're like, well, this is it. Like, we should have lost today. It realistically, if it wasn't for a nice little twist of a foot by Sesko, who has scored, who has been playing very well. He would have played very well today if he started. He would have made a difference. We did not do enough to service. Ahmad, again, I saw one pass. I was like, what the hell was that? Today was just a struggle. It was. Today did not look good. It looked like a team that just played on Saturday. West Ham did as well, but they didn't look like they struggled. They had opportunities. They did. And don't get me wrong, we had players who played okay. I'm not going to say much in regards of certain things, but yeah, we played okay. Yeah, everything just didn't look right. That's how I'm leaving it as. Nothing looked good. Everyone struggled. Everyone struggled. Like I said, the three best players that we had were Lemens, Euro, and Sesko. That's it. Like, they controlled the ball, they moved the ball, they just, it did not look good with this squad. I am being ruthless today too with my rankings. Why? Well, because actually, some of you may agree with them, some of you may not, but today I'm being ruthless with my rankings. And it's not the first time that I have been ruthless with my rankings. It's not. I'm kind of going over them right now with it. But listen, in the end, we did not play well. Let's just leave it there. The one thing too is it was just when you're watching them in their half, just too many back passes, not enough movement. It's like they wanted to just try certain things, but they just couldn't get it going. Like that's the thing, right? Like we just couldn't get anything going with the squad. And it's not like they tried to like move anything offensively. It's just like, okay, let's just protect. Let's work on our triangles, like like tic tac toe. Like that's basically what it was. It was not a good game. I don't know, and I don't want to hear anyone talk about positives. I don't want to hear people talk about, oh, Manu had that long pass to Casemiro. We still fucking drew. Yeah, great, cool. Let's talk about chances that we had. Let's talk about what this happened. We did not play well. I felt like we didn't play well. I felt like it was a struggle. And you know what? I don't care. Like, talk about all the stats that you want. No, for real. Talk about the stats that you want. Like stats don't do anything. Like let's look at the stats. Yeah, 65 to 35 on possession. 9 total shots. We tied with them on target. Great. Honestly, like West Ham on those counters, just moving it, especially in the final third. Listen, it's a good thing we have Lemens who can save. Like, for real. Euro coming on was a big difference. Delo struggled. Shaw struggled. I don't know why Shaw got player of the match for some reviews. I would give it to Sesko. Like again, the 3 best players that I saw were Sesko, Lemens, and Euro. That was it. Like, we can talk about, everyone struggled today. It was, nobody played well today. No, nobody played well. We lost 1-0. We lost on players not communicating. Even in transition, players weren't in control. They could not control the ball today. They could not move it. They could not attack. They could not get anything going. Like, let's take a look at the Tottenham game last week. That's the one thing. Let's look at that game. I want to look at those stats. I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't lost, but we're not dominating anything. So, yeah. Last week, yeah. Again, I know down one man and yeah, stats aren't everything, but we had 10 shots on target last week. And nothing against West Ham. Like I said, they were the better team. They have nothing to, like, their battle is to keep out away from relegation or fight their way out of relegation. But they have more to lose than Manchester United. Like I said, we plateau. This is the end of the plateau. They like, again, it's the one thing that drove me nuts was just the advancement of the ball. Like, we couldn't move the ball. We didn't, like, we did a lot of crosses, but you weren't nothing was being done. Free kicks didn't look well. Some crosses didn't look well. Everyone just, and even still, the saves were easy for West Ham. Lemens stopped a couple of great shots today. For real, he did. But yeah, the movement, like moving it back, no aggressive, like just nothing worked. No second read when they got the ball. It's just one touch, boom. There were, like, nothing was there. And at the beginning, like, West Ham were pressing in our zone, making mistakes. Maguire, like, they were putting pressure on Lemens. They were putting pressure on everyone. Like, the struggle was there. Going on the road is always tough. Let's not take that away. But we faltered today. We did not play well. We struggled hard. So the next question is, how do they progress? How do we do this against Everton? Like, today should have been a redemption of what happened in the last game, but today was the exact same thing. The players did not show up in the game. The players did not play well. When we needed something, it was there. So, yeah. I don't know what people are going to think of. Yeah, I keep changing my... yeah, I'm still going over my rankings still. Just taking a look at it here and everything and so on and so forth. I don't, yeah. So yeah. Okay. Player rankings. Sending Lemens 7. Made incredible saves. Maguire 6. Martinez 5.5. He was 2 steps behind. Shaw, Dalot did not look well. You can talk about Shaw offensively, but 5. It was nothing big with him. Dalot 5. Ahmad 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. Bruno, Casemiro, Mainu, and Mbeumo, all 5.5. Yeah, it's great that Mbeumo got the assist. Cunha 5. He didn't look like he was there. Cunha, yeah, 5. Sesko coming on 6.5. He is tough to face against, but again, the service, and then he got the goal. Lenny Yoro coming on from Maguire played very well. Definitely made an impact, but again, him 6.5. Xerxes 5.5. Yeah, this is gonna sound, yeah, but realistically, yeah, not really the best performance. Like, Mbeumo just gets a 5.5 because the assist. Like, it was, free kicks weren't there. Like, Casemiro, Mainu, like, it's great, but the counters, like they broke through so easily, those two. Like the counters from West Ham. And not only that, the goal that we scored against, that was Shaw, Mainu, and all of them in that area, like not defending. Martinez should have been able to defend and challenge that ball. Should challenge Bowen. But step back and allow him to get the pass off, and then they scored. So Lemens, without him, it would have been a lot worse. I'll say that. It would have been a lot worse, especially on some of those breaks. So, once again, Lemens 7, Maguire 6, Martinez 5.5, Shaw, Dalot 5, Ahmad, Bruno, Casemiro, Mainu, and Buemo all 5.5. Cunha 5, Sesko 6.5, Euro 6.5, Xerxes 5.5. So yeah. Next match is Everton. We are off until then for the men's squad. I'm back tomorrow with a preview for the women's squad. It is Champions League for the women's squad. Atletico United playing Thursday, so I'll be doing that. Then I'll be back Thursday with the post game. Off on Friday, back on Saturday for the preview against London City Lionesses. Then a Tuesday episode, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday episodes. Why? Because we are playing Champions League again for the women's squad against Atletico, and then a Friday, Saturday with episodes as well. Why? Because we have Women's FA Cup after that against Chelsea, and then we have the men back on the Monday against Everton as well. So, yeah. It's gonna be so much fun. Sorry to sound sarcastic there, but the men's squad, I am a little annoyed for today's match. I am sorry, and I was even a little annoyed yesterday going into it. Like, we had a game to focus on here, and people thought it was just going to be a cakewalk. Like, it wasn't. We struggled. Yes, we came close to almost winning. No, we didn't. We were offside. Even Casemiro, when he came off and scored, he's like, I was offside. He knew. Don't get me wrong. Great pass. We still drew. I don't care we still drew. We were losing until, the 96th minute. We were losing until the 96th minute, but let's talk about the pass to Casemiro. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go off and lose it some more. Okay. So again, I'll be back tomorrow. Preview. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the match on Thursday as well. If you don't listen to tomorrow, enjoy the match on Thursday with Champions League. And then, yes, no men's squad for a couple of weeks, and enjoy the FA Cup this weekend as well. If you're going to be watching, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And again, Instagram, TikTok, or X for social media. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.